Hello everybody. I'm back with another diaper video. I decided to just show this size 3 because I haven't done a video in a while, and I figured I would just do kind of a little tutorial. I'm also kind of fighting some kind of a weird muscle problem where my mouth is not working right, and my hands are not working so good. And I wanted to film myself sewing because it just feels so strange to sew right now. So here goes. I'm just gonna plow through this diaper cover. It's my right side that's bothering me. So I'm not going to do much talking either because I kind of have to focus while I'm doing this. So bear with me. I'm just going to see how this goes. Oop, already not starting off right. So I need to be on straight stitch. I'm going to back stitch a little. I'm getting my corner done here. Well, I said that I wasn't going to talk much, but maybe I will talk a little bit. So I always start with the front of the diaper cover first, right sides together. Now I'm to the leg, so I'm going to install my clear elastic. See, I'm going a little bit slower than normal. This is where I notice it when I go to pick up my snippers. I just can't turn stuff in my hands like usual. Oops. And I'm out of practice because I really haven't had a lot of orders lately. So now I have 3 diaper covers to sew. So I go a little bit on the back and then I start my elastic. I just get around the corner basically. So I think when I'm knitting, it shows up quite a bit. I cannot write. Writing is difficult. So all of my new orders, I'm not writing a very long message, just like a thank you and my name, which is very hard to do actually. I think I'm going to have to start like during the day practicing writing. Okay, so, and then I have to focus and use my snippers. And then back to straight stitch. And go around this corner. So I'm like a little bit more, no, about halfway done. At least with this, the inside stitches. Just compare, make sure. And then I'm back to the leg elastic. also trying out a new microphone at the same time. I just remembered that, so that we can kind of test it and see. Am I on? Yes. See how well my voice projects over me sewing. I'm so used to not actually talking while I'm sewing. If I'm recording something. So just like there, stop talking and then start sewing. So this is a really good way to test if this microphone is working very well. It's pretty cheap. It's just a little cheapie I got on TikTok, actually. And I probably need to make a TikTok video too, because I have not done any videos really lately. I'm a little self-conscious because I just feel like my voice is I'm just having a hard time like pronouncing some words. And yesterday I was at my brother's house and we were talking and stuff, and like I babysat all day, and I just felt like I was like slurring my words like crazy. And for those of you who think I should get checked out by a doctor, I just don't go to the doctor, so I'm not going to go. You can write as much as you want about it, but I just don't go to the doctor anymore. I've had some bad experiences, and I would rather take care of my issues with natural means. I did go to a massage therapist, and it really helped a lot. And he said I do have a lot of tension in my neck and shoulder, and so I think that that's the problem. Okay, I'm all done with the front elastic. I snip my threads and then snip all of the corners. So there's one, and this is a wool flannel on the inside, and then the outside is some kind of a textured wool. I can't even remember where I got it. So it is a little thicker diaper cover. So I'm just gonna also trim the edges a little bit so it's easier to put snaps on and it's less bulky. That one's already pretty narrow. Yeah, so the massage therapist really helped a lot, and so that led me to believe that that my problem is really tied to probably grinding my teeth at night, which I wasn't wearing my mouth guard for quite a while, and I can actually see that I'm grinding my teeth, and I can feel it every day, you know. So I started wearing my mouth guard again, and I think that what was happening, like he said, he's like, you know, when you grind your teeth and you have all of this tension in your jaw, it easily goes into your neck and then starts going down into your shoulder. And the morning when I first noticed this problem, it was I had like a headache, and it was like lower head pain, like toward my neck, and my neck hurt a lot. So I started doing exercises after I noticed all these weird symptoms show up that day, and I did exercises for a week, like every day, and it started getting kind of going down my back where I just felt so much tension. I think part of that was the fact that I was doing exercises every day. Because then when I had the massage, it just really helped my back, my neck, and everything else with the symptoms in my right hand, and it loosened up a lot with my face. And my mother has the same problems, and everybody always thinks she's having a stroke, and she's never had a stroke. But she does have we have the exact same symptoms usually when these things happen. So I was considering maybe it might be like hemiplegic migraine, but I don't know. I've had these things happen before where it was accompanied by a headache, so I don't know. It could be that, or it could just be related to my TMJ, which another massage therapist was saying that I have that, but I have yet to go to like a chiropractor or anything. She was suggesting a local chiropractor, but I never went. I'm a little bit afraid of getting snapped, like, all of my bones cracked and stuff. I don't like that at all. One time somebody did that to me during massage, and I did not like it. Although it may have helped me, but I didn't like it. So what I'm doing now, I'm just putting matching thread for my sage wool cover here. And this is tiny work. And probably I should just, I'll just use my needle threader for the sake of time, because, did it work? Yes. Because my fingers just don't move the way that they used to. And I'm doing hand exercises. Honestly though, being honest, I have not done them in several days now, but this all happened like 3 weeks ago. So I've slowly been getting just more and more feeling back and more movement back. I mean, I did some knitting, but when I knit, it's just so kind of slow, and I get tired really fast. Okay, so I gotta put it on 2, and I'm doing top stitching now. And you saw I flipped everything right side out. So I go up to a 4, and then straight stitch, and with my matching thread. So with the sorry for the rambling. I'm switching topics like crazy here, but this is my way of doing things. So I don't know. It's a little bit therapeutic at the same time of teaching and just chit-chatting or whatever. If somebody doesn't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. So here's I'm just gonna do the corners with the top stitching, because on wool flannel I don't top stitch around any elastic. That keeps the elastic tighter, so that you can get more stretch out of it. Okay. And snip threads, and I'll go through and snip all the threads. So there I was closing up that hole that I left for turning the cover right side out. If I'm sorry I didn't note it. I didn't note that in the video. I just leave a small opening between the elastic and where I start the diaper cover on the front. And then that space allows me to turn it. But this isn't necessarily a super good tutorial video. It's kind of more like, well, if you know what I'm doing, then good. If not, watch a tutorial. I have a more specific type of tutorial video where I'm showing everyone how to sew a diaper cover. And I only have one more piece, actually it's a small that I have cut out of this sage wool, and then I'm at the end of it, and I've actually had it for a few years now, so I'm surprised it lasted so long. But this lady ordered 2 of them. And I only have, I think I have a couple in stock of the terracotta, which is what I bought. I bought them at the same time from the same place, which again, I don't know what store, but I saw it, because a lot of times if I discover a new fabric shop online, I will check out their wool selection, and I probably found it and was like, hey, I'll order some of that, because it's really unique. It's got the terracotta has like a, I'm trying to think, it's got like a line, kind of like a diamond, no, not a diamond, I can't remember, but line pattern through it. And then this has almost like a seersucker sort of pattern. And I did pre-shrink these just because well, sometimes I do that. I think that it, personally, like, I liked always doing that with my own diaper covers, so that if by chance I did throw it in the dryer or in the washer or something like that, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt it. It wouldn't shrink necessarily any more than it already did. Okay, so we got this one all top stitched. Let me cut these little threads, and then I will put my tags on, and then this one is ready for snaps. So I don't know, I can't really explain how I feel. Like, it's just, I know I don't feel normal. I feel like my tongue doesn't work as well, so I feel like it's noticeable when I speak, but it may not be. I don't know. It might just be me. I think it's such a small difference that maybe people don't really notice, but I notice. I notice big time, because I can just feel it. Like my arms or my hands are just not working well. At least now, I feel the strength. Before it was like I didn't have strength in my hand or arm on the right side. And I'm happy that this time I'm happy that this time it only affected part of my right side. I did go through something I think it was actually last year, where let's see what this one's size 3. So the last time it happened, my whole body was paralyzed on the right side. I could not move. It happened while I was sewing, actually, and I could feel it coming on, but I just figured I'd push through and finish what I was sewing. And well, then later, my head was down on my sewing desk and I couldn't move. My whole left side worked fine. My right side didn't. I was laying there and calling and calling and calling, trying to get my partner. I don't know what you want to call him. What I want to call him. I was trying to get him to come, but he had his headphones in while he was working and didn't hear me for a long time. And it was just a nasty nasty thing. I was just not, and it was basically, it affected me for one day. He had to help me up and down the stairs. So our bathroom is upstairs. Our bedroom was downstairs at the time, so that was good. But it was like, are you serious? Like, you can't walk? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. I couldn't feel my legs or my feet or my arm, and my head was just sort of like half paralyzed. It was the weirdest thing. And I don't know. I haven't really told anyone about that because I figured people would just be like, go to the doctor. I'm not going to. I don't care. I'm not going to. Besides, a doctor would, basically all they would do would be rule out a stroke. I mean, I've seen my mother go through all this stuff. They would rule out a stroke, and then they'd call in a team of neurologists who could not figure out what was the problem. Because she's been through the same thing and spent weeks in a hospital, and that did her no good. The last time she was in a hospital, she was like 6 weeks. She was transferred to a nursing home because she couldn't walk at the end of it because they wouldn't let her out of bed to use the bathroom or anything else. Okay, so this one's ready for snaps. I've got my tag on there, everything's sewn. It's ready for snaps, so I just throw it back to my cutting table where I do the snaps, and I'm just gonna, what the heck, I'm talking and I can't figure this out. So this is a size 2 that I sewed up earlier. And I apologize if the lighting's not good. I think it's maybe gotten a little bit darker in here. I don't know. But so this is where I start the corner where I start sewing. Then when I end, this is my elastic. I end it, midway across the front. And that leaves me with a little gap where I can reach in. It's tiny. It's a tiny gap, but it works. It's just big enough that I can pull the thing through, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like doing this differently than normal, which I feel like everything I'm doing differently than normal. So it's just, I mean, in the past when I've done tutorial videos and stuff with these diaper covers, I don't even really have to think about what I'm doing because it's just so natural. It's like second nature. But I think with the combination of my hands not working normal and not having done this for a few weeks, it's been like 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks, because I don't even know when my last order was, where I sewed a diaper cover. So let's just call it a month, about a month, and I'm like a little bit just not right with all this. And I guess with filming a video at the same time and talking through the whole thing, I'm just distracted. So, okay, we've got to put it back on 4, straight stitch. So cutting off the corners really helps you get cleaner looking corners. You see that I'm kind of like shoving it in there using my fingernails and stuff, and just trying to get a little, it's not going to be perfectly square because the fabric is thick, but at least it's got a nice shape to it. All right, I usually start on the front. See, normally with thin fabric, I do the whole entire diaper cover top stitched, which makes for a much trimmer diaper cover. But with wool flannel, I really can't go over the elastic, or it just stretches the whole thing out, and it's not elasticized. And the whole idea is so that the elastic can fit snugly and around the waist and legs. So this is where my gap is, so I just have to make sure that everything is nicely lined up. Hopefully this video is, because I have somewhat of an idea where the camera is pointing, but I may be off camera for some of the things that I'm showing you because I'm not paying attention. So I apologize for that. If that is the case. And so with your sewing machine, it's important to keep your feed dogs clean. And you may even have to give things a little tug going through under your presser foot, just because it is thicker fabric. So I always just am aware of that, and sometimes you need to finesse it a little bit just to get everything to keep moving. This machine is newer than the other one that I used to use, and it actually, the brand new machine actually works really, really nicely. Okay, and I always back stitch when I start and when I end for these corners, just so that the top stitching doesn't come unraveled. When it's going to be seen, it's kind of important. And also with that opening that I leave, it's also important so that you don't get stitches like coming out when you're putting all that pressure on it to turn it right side out. So, and I don't use pins or anything like that, but you'll see that I'm straightening things out. See right there, it didn't pick up. It was like not wanting to move. So I just lift it and just move forward slightly. If that happens, or give it a tug. But you want everything to be like nicely turned so that it's a nice smooth seam. And I also top stitch really close to the edge. I mean, I don't even know, that's less than 1/4 of an inch, but and that helps to make it more trim fitting as well. I feel like it's getting dark already. I feel like it's dark. I didn't turn on any extra lights. I just have the light from my sewing room and sewing machine. And I don't have any other lights on in the room. And I think it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And being fall, it's just, I don't know, it's getting darker a little earlier. Just trimming all the extra threads. Okay. So then this is a size 2. So where's my 2? And I usually buy these little size tags off of whatever shop on Etsy I find that has a good price. I buy 1, 2, 3, and 4 sizes. 4 sizes. The 4s I go through very, very slowly. So then I just fold it in half, find the midpoint, and then I match my tag up to the midpoint. And these logo tags, I think I also got them on Etsy. Somebody that was doing logo tags. I don't like them as much as my old tags. My old tags I bought from Wonder Label, and they are really the best. They're awesome. Those little tags, and they're a good price. I think these ones were a little cheaper, and I wanted to try a different style. This longer kind of style. And I do them like this so that people can hang on a hook, hang the diaper cover on a hook to dry. Okay, these little threads cut, and this one's ready for snaps as well. And I don't think I'm actually going to film the snaps this time. I've done that on several other videos. So if you want to watch those, to watch the snap placement, look at one of my older videos. But I do use canned snaps, and they're a really good family-owned company out of California, and they're really good snaps. And I have like the professional snap press, like an older version of it. But they have like a home version of the snap press, which is fairly economical. If you want to make a whole bunch of things, you can use them for like baby clothing and other things too. I use the size 20 cam snaps, and they're the poly resin ones. But okay, so there it is. I'm gonna go put my snaps on, and hopefully I'll see you on another video.